Now, there are a couple things that conservatives should not do, okay? They certainly should not go around children, considering the record conservatives have with voting against laws that would prohibit child marriage. They certainly shouldn't run for any part of the government. And lastly, conservatives should not try to be funny. Just don't do it. Don't put your little political spin on the humor, okay? It's not good. In fact, it is bad. So I talk sometimes about like the cringy pop feminism comedy when it's like so hyper politically motivated and how that can get really cringy. Same thing can happen when it's conservative comedy, okay? So this guy, Jim Brewer, has been posting all kinds of shit all over the place. Comedy. All right, so let's go ahead and watch his stand-up bit. These are facts. Okay, let's find out.
And everyone that wants to talk to you about facts, science. No, these are the facts. And that's all I see when they talk like that. No, this is real. It's the facts because I researched it.
Okay, well, right off the bat, it seems as though he's under the impression that making a weird face makes your bit funny. I don't know, it doesn't really work for me, but okay. Also, why is it funny to make fun of people for using facts? Is it because you think it's weird to not just use your feelings? Or, I don't know.
There's like little parakeets just waiting for the news to come on, walking in.
Conservative humor, guys. Just screaming into the mic, making a weird face, and touting anti-intellectualism. Okay.
And then the news comes on.
Dr. Fauci's on! Dr. Fauci's on!
Oh my god.
2 masks, 3 masks, 3 masks, 2 masks. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Wear the mask. Numbers are going up. Numbers are going.
Oh my god. This is so much worse than I thought it was. Keep in mind, this is my first time watching this, okay? You're getting the live Hunter Avallone reaction right here. And Jesus Christ, this is worse than I thought. You can't say something that's true in a funny voice and consider that an argument against the true thing. So if people are talking about numbers going up in certain areas, why are you making fun of them? What, for trusting statistics? What should they do instead? Please stop the screaming thing, dude.
These are facts. These are facts. Trust the science. Trust the science.
Oh my god.
All over the place.
Are there people... Why are they laughing? You trust science? Try trusting Jesus. That's who this guy trusts.
Put them back in the birdcage. Jeez.
There's not one funny joke here.
Trust the science.
At least make like a funny, edgy, conservative style joke. I don't know. They're laughing because they feel bad for him. I'm pretty sure Amy Schumer is still funnier than this, unironically.
Okay. Okay. If that's what makes you feel smarter. It's mind terrorism. So stupid, man. 2 years ago.
Wait, mind terrorism? Can somebody help me understand what the fuck that means? What's mind terrorism? Because right now you're sounding like the thought police.
Years is gonna be a play. It's not stupid. 6 foot safe, 5 foot danger. 6 foot safe, 5 foot danger. Next year on Broadway. 6 foot safe. When you're 6 foot, you're safe from the COVID. When you're 5 feet, danger, danger.
Step back in social distance.
6 foot safe.
5 foot danger.
I have no words. Like, I actually am at a loss for words here. This is so bad. it's funny because like conservatives have no understanding of like probabilities and averages, right? Like they don't understand like, hey, if we all stay 6 foot apart roughly and also wear masks, which can prevent certain, you know, spit particles from getting in the air and spreading COVID, then we can lower the average spread of COVID. And then we get guys like this that's like, oh, so are you saying if I step in 5 feet distance, I'm gonna get sick and die?
Here come the terrorizers coming to breathe on you.
6 foot! He's a grandma killer! Selfish human being doesn't care about others! Grandma killer!
I legitimately feel bad for the microphone here. This is fucking abhorrent. Is he trying to like get off on just being like so annoying that he makes people laugh? Is it the pity laugh? Is that what's happening here? This shit's hilarious, like watching like I don't know, like a freak show. Like people that you're like, man, this is weird, but I really ultimately feel bad for them. That's how I feel about watching this guy.
Next summer on Broadway. 6 foot days.
Didn't you already make this?
Numbers going up.
You already made these jokes. Oh my god. Like, I actually feel more irritated after watching that. It was like infuriating. Just, you can tell that it's so ideologically driven. The only people that find it funny are people that already agree with the dude. He posted some other ones too.
Thank God. Oh my God. Thank Almighty God. I grew up in the 80s. I didn't have to worry about you didn't have to worry about genders. None of that stuff.
Oh, you gotta love that, dude. Take me back to the 80s, you know? Reagan, massive AIDS crisis, but at least we didn't have to hear about trans people, am I right?
There's no gender. They make you debate that. No one cared. No one cared. You knew right away anyway. People...
No, that's actually not true. There were trans people. Trans people have existed since the beginning of time. You didn't care, but those people existed and they were killing themselves at higher rates. You didn't care because you're an idiot, really. And I hate to use this term because it sounds like I'm being a snobby lib shit, but he's privileged. You grew up privileged. You didn't have to think about gender. You didn't have to struggle with your self-identity. You didn't have to face societal discrimination for simply trying to exist or seeking treatment for gender dysphoria. You didn't have to worry about that bullshit, but it doesn't mean that that stuff didn't exist. It did. You were just growing up super privileged to notice. That's it. You think you're being funny, but you're actually betraying a massive, massive lack of understanding and a huge dose of blatant privilege.
You knew right away anyway. People knew what sexuality you were just by the earring you had on. Remember that? If you had an earring in your left ear, you were right. This is how stupid I was. This is why I look at my kids like, I get pissed, but I was so stupid. I had a dangling cross earring, dangling cross left ear to let gay people know, look, you can look, but you can't touch.
Credit where credit's due. That's at least these are a little bit better. This part's a little bit better stand up than some of the other shit. The delivery's still pretty poor though.
Now people, the gender thing, oh my God. Just the thought of that horrifies me.
Of course it does, because you don't understand shit and you don't want to, because you profit off of your own ignorance.
You gotta think about that. You can't let kids do that, man. That's it. Imagine going from like a boy to a girl, right? You're like, I think I wanna be a girl. And we might all have that thought. Might have. Well, we didn't commit. We had people around us going, "Oh, you definitely should do that. You definitely should take your dick off, and take hormones, and change your whole structure system. Don't worry, you might not."
Oh my God, it's This isn't comedy, guys. This is just a conservative, like, narrative being delivered to you in stand-up form. That's all you're watching right now. He just pulled the, we're gonna cut the genitals off of children and give them hormones thing. Every time, whenever there are people like this that say, like, the gender stuff is so out of hand, you know they're either going to be maliciously stupid or actually just, like, flat out mentally deranged to the point of being brain dead. They belong in, like, a nursing home, 24/7 surveillance to make sure that they don't trip, fall on their way to the toilet, and die. So when he gets up here and starts rattling off a bunch of nonsense about how children are gonna go under surgery, blah, blah, blah. This is all such bullshit. We've gone over this 100 fucking times. The recommendation for children is merely to socially transition, and then maybe, when they reach their teen years, going on puberty blockers, which are safe and reversible for the most part. They can have some negative side effects, but you have to weigh the benefits versus the negatives, and having a lower likelihood of committing suicide in your adult years is a far better benefit than the risk of possibly having somewhat lower than average bone density that oftentimes fixes itself once you begin hormones when you're older. So I don't know. But either way, this, again, betrays his lack of knowledge entirely. He doesn't know anything. He watched 3 Steven Crowder videos, and he thought he could jump up here on stage to make a quick buck off of mocking marginalized people that he doesn't understand, and he's incentivized not to.
Cancer, gonna change your hormones, that don't happen. And I feel bad because if you cut off, all right, let's say you cut it off. Okay, this is more comfortable. Let me take my hormones, this is safe. Thank you.
Guys, look, he did a funny noise. That means funny, LOL.
Science. And then you're confident about that decision until you're like, yeah, man, I feel much better being a woman. I'm glad I cut my weenie off. And then you're at a concert, it's muddy, and you gotta go in a porta potty. That's when you wish you kept it.
Hilarious. What about the time that people oftentimes, like trans people, try to just use the bathroom of their gender identity and then they have like a way higher likelihood of being assaulted, raped, murdered, etc. You want to crack some jokes about that too, Jim? Or is it just that you're too busy regurgitating Steven Crowder talking points while lying about being a comedian?
That's the one time you go, oh my God, I never thought of this. Flies in there, it's blue gook and puke and just, girls cannot, oh my God.
It's like almost a decent concept that like he could take somewhere potentially really funny, but then he destroys it with this like insane drunk improv thing he's got going on.
Being any of these things, I can't. I mean, are there trees around? Oh Christ, I gotta go so bad.
This just isn't funny
That's when
though.
You wish you had a donkey and I would just piss right on the urinal. Oh, why couldn't I have been a transvestite? I should have waited. I could dress up whenever I want and take it off. Damn it.
And again, it ends on the hilarious note of this dude having zero understanding of gender dysphoria. But then again, like I said, you can't expect these imbeciles to have any in-depth understanding of what they talk about because they're here to lie to you for profit, of course. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video.